Creature from the Black Lagoon. Upon boot up, game goes into track mode. I see all the flashing lights, but we get this message: check fuses f114 and 115. Now what this usually means is that you're missing 12 volts. The test points, and the first one I'm going to is right here, and this is unregulated 12 volts, and you can see we're at 14.5 volts, which is fine. Then TP2 is 5 volts, and you can see we're at 497. That's fine. But here's the one, the regulated 12 volts. That's the one. This is what, TP3. That's the one. You can see we don't have regulated 12 volts. So the regulated 12 volts is for the switch matrix, and so the game can't read any of the switches. Hence you get that error message. And so we need to figure out why we don't have regulated 12 volts. And that is generated through this guy right here. And this cap likes to go bad, but there may be some other things, like maybe a bridge rectifier that's out too, so we need to check all that stuff. Okay, this is fuse f115. Checked it with the multimeter, is good. Fuse f114, checked with the multimeter, it's good. It usually is. It tells you that those are bad, but it rarely is the fuse that's bad. Starting to see this a lot. Again, this is the 12 volt regulator for the regulated 12 volts for the switch matrix, and this little cap is like a little rectifying cap there, and I can see right around the bottom here the electrolyte has leaked out. So this cap is bad, and a lot of times it eats the traces down here too, making an open circuit. So we'll pull this out and replace it. Okay, so this is a 100 microfarad cap here, C2. You can see all the electrolyte that has leaked out of the bottom of the cap and gotten on the board. Might have even broken the trace. And then here's the bottom of the cap. You can just see all the goo that the electrolyte has leaked out. So this cap is shot, and we'll clean this up, and we might have to do a little trace repair work. Left lead here, which I think is the negative lead, is actually okay. If I buzz this out, it goes through, but the positive one here, it's actually broken. You can see the line through it right there. It doesn't buzz out. So if I can show you here, right there, I'm on the two traces and I got nothing. I'm getting no buzz tone. Or on this one, see, I got it. That one's okay. The one on the left, the one on the right's broken. New 100 microfarad cap in. Again, the negative lead was okay, but the positive lead, not so much. So what I do on the positive lead, because it's broken, is it just ties over to the 7805 voltage regulator. So I just take the lead from the capacitor, pull it over, put a little heat shrink over it, and that's my new trace, because the other one was broken from the electrolyte. And now we're ready to put it back in the game and test it out. Okay, power on. Let's see where we go. Okay, so we don't get that error anymore. Check fuse 114, 115. Let's check some voltages. So obviously our 12 volts is seemingly back. Let's see what we got now. So okay, again, unregulated 12 volts. We're at 14, which is good. Plus 5 is at 497. It's good. Now it was this one, TP3, that we were missing. See, now we're there at 1207 or something like that. So we got our 12 volts back, and again, that was just this little capacitor here that that basically leaks its guts, spews its guts, and then screws up the board. Remote battery pack on this game too. I like to put in remote battery packs so we don't have any battery corrosion issues in the future. And the game seems to be working. Let's try a game just to make sure. We'll hit the start button.
And now, on with the show.
And we're playing Creature. So we're rocking and rolling.